Hello and welcome back to the Football Terrace. It is very much the morning after the night before the transfer window is closed, and as Chelsea and Liverpool and Arsenal and Spurs bask in the glory of tremendous transfer windows, Manchester United fans sit here and we lick our wounds. We were strung along, lied to, and completely disrespected by the owners and the board of this football club as the fallout of our failure to land Jadon Sancho becomes more and more apparent. The panic that ensued afterwards, the signing of Edinson Cavani just typifies everything that is wrong with the Glazers. And I mean no disrespect to Edinson Cavani, the man, the player, the person. Summer of 2013, where it looked like we were chasing a crush around. It was completely out of our league. We chased Gareth Bale and Cesc Fabregas for the entirety of that summer, just to end up with Marouane Fellaini about 10 million pounds above the price we could have got him for a week earlier. It stinks of it. It stinks of the LVG and Jose Mourinho era where we couldn't land our number one targets. So instead of reevaluating, waiting, being patient and being diligent, we quite simply signed a third, fourth or a fifth choice. We told the manager, I know you want a midfielder. We can't get anyone you want. So it's take it or leave it with player A. The consistency of which this board and Ed Woodward and his team throw their managers under buses is absolutely palpable. And this morning, I feel embarrassed. I feel ashamed to be a Manchester United fan because of the way we behave. Not signing Jadon Sancho is fine. The way we went about that deal, big video coming out about that later on today, that's the embarrassing bit. And now we have given Edinson Cavani the number 7 shirt. This shirt is iconic and historic at my football club. It has been worn by some of the greatest players to ever walk the planet, let alone play for Manchester United. To ever walk the planet. And since Cristiano Ronaldo left our club in 2009, 2009 was a long time ago. I hadn't been married. I didn't have children. I had no money. I had hair. I had no belly. It didn't hurt. Do you know what? When the last time we had a good number 7 at Man United, I could get out of a chair without it hurting. I was an adolescent. I was a young man going to Ibiza, going to Marbs, worried about my six-pack, wondering how I was going to pay my car insurance. The last time we had a good number 7 at Manchester United Football Club. The last time somebody had the ability, the want, the panaz, the charisma, the confidence to wear the number 7 shirt. And we've just given it out to an injury-prone 33-year-old on a one-year deal, some kind of makeshift, some sort of, do you know what? We haven't managed to land Jadon Sancho. We couldn't land him from the 10th of August. We briefed the media that it was fine and it was going to happen. How can we make the Man United fans feel better? I know. We'll give Edinson Cavani, who, by the way, he's the third, fourth choice striker at the club. He's the replacement for Igalo. He's now the number 7. And listen, he might come in and score some goals for us. He might come in and do very well in the next year. And I actually hope he does. I don't want Cavani to foul. I want him to prove everybody wrong and be brilliant. But at the end of the day, to give him that number 7 shirt is the cherry on top of the icing, on top of the cake, which was this shit show of a summer transfer window. It's such a bad transfer window that Man United fans are left so disappointed, disheartened, angry and sad this morning that signings of two of the best players in their positions in the world, in Donny van de Beek and Alex Telles, are being disregarded. And we picked them up for 50 million quid. That's really good business. How can we go from Telles and Donny van de Beek for 50 mil to failing so epically for Jadon Sancho and buying Cavani and giving him the number 7 shirt? Those two things make no sense. The two young lads we signed yesterday, brilliant. I'm really excited. Why didn't you just buy them 2 or 3 weeks ago, buy Tellers, buy Van der Beek, and say, this is what we're looking to do? We don't want to spend huge amounts of money. We want to buy these superstars before they're superstars and develop them. I'm down with that. But do it earlier. You mugged us off like something chronic, mate. I'm telling you, Woodward and that ball, they're just a bunch of slags. A bunch of slags, mate. That's all they are. We're going to do a video later on today looking at the Jadon Sancho debacle in a whole, because it's all coming out now what went wrong. But Edinson Cavani, I wish you all the best at Manchester United. I wish every single Manchester United player the best. But this, giving him that number 7 shirt is just embarrassing. Woodward, do you think we're stupid? Do you think we're stupid? Do you really think that was going to make us feel better? Did you really think that was going to make us go, wow, we've got... Idiot, bruv. Idiot. We've got our first caller on the show. Good morning. Welcome to the Football Terrace. What do you want to say?
Hi, Terry. You saying you good?
I'm good. Can you do me a favor and turn your device down in the background, please, bro?
Sure.
All right, man.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I want your opinion. Signing Cavani's a risk. Signing Cavani's a risk. But giving him the number 7 shirt, is that not testamount embarrassment?
This is how depressed I am, yeah. It's 9:30 in the morning. I'm billing a spliff. I got work later. United are killing me right now, yeah. You know, the number 7 shirt is so iconic, innit? That's why I hated Sanchez so much, because, like, I didn't hate Alexis Sanchez because of the players, because he's coming in and taking the iconic shirt that's worn by Ronaldo, who made me fall in love with the club. And I was going to Edinson Cavani, who we got on a free, who's not even going to be starting for us in the next 3 years. What's going on, Terry?
Well, do you know what's mad about it, right? We agreed personal terms with Jadon Sancho. We agreed agent fees with Jadon Sancho. We submitted a bid a week ago. Just over a week ago for 80 million plus, something along those lines. And it was rejected. Do you know what's crazy about this? I've spoken to credible journalists, and a lot of this stuff I couldn't share their names on socials. They were given this information in confidence by Manchester United. Man United informed grade A level journalists that they were 100% confident that if they waited, because Sancho wanted to leave, if they bid it, the amount they bid towards the end of the window would get them over the line. United put their faith in the wrong people. And
Ever said it. Ever literally said it. Even the Premier League no account, yeah. I know everyone's going to be calling him a bullshitter, but I genuinely think this guy was telling the truth. But because of our lack of ineptability and the board just making constant wrong decisions, everyone's left with egg on our face, and we're the ones that have to take it from every rival fan. Sancho was pivotal in the way we were going to build our squad. He was going to give us that balance down that right-hand side. He was not only going to help our squad, he was going to help Aaron Wan-Bissaka down that right-hand side. Now, who was also going to be under stick this season, which is not what we need for someone as young as him. Martial is going to have someone out there who's it's all a mess. We're going to have no wingers. Mate, we didn't even sign a right winger who's going to even start.
You're absolutely right. And listen, we have signed. I think we've signed like 11 so-called wonder kids this summer,
and that's good. That is good, because we will reap the fruit of that in the next 5 years. We signed some brilliant talent. Sorry, carry on.
No, mate, exactly. You're right. And we've got Mendy and Hannibal and all these others coming through.
Yeah,
but if that's the approach, then brief us that back in May.
Exactly.
If
don't leave us in the dark.
Go in for Sancho, and if I understand if the club didn't want to drop 108 million because of the pandemic. That makes sense to me, bruv. But do it and brief us early and say we're going for a different approach. You could tell by Ollie's body language it's happened. There's now talk that Sancho has said, actually, I'm not going to join Man United now because you told me you were going to get this deal done. You told me we were going to get this deal over the line, and you've lied to me.
And it hasn't happened.
It's a madness, bro. And look, that Ahmad Traore that we've signed, I was researching him yesterday. I've not really heard of him. This kid looks amazing. And for us to drop 30 mil, well, 20 plus 20 million euros for a player that young, it tells you we're confident. Then go with that as our approach. But it's again, this is the Glazers for me, right, bruv? This is why I'm angry. And I don't smoke, but if I was with you, bruv, I'd just join in 100%. Because that's how I feel, my bro.
It's peak out here, I'm telling you.
This is why it annoys me so much. It's like we could have taken that as fans, but you've told the squad, you've told the players, you've told Sancho, we're going to do this. We're confident. We know what we're doing. But they've trusted the wrong person again. And I said it yesterday. I said it again, bro. I'm Alfie Moon, bro. I don't know if you ever watch EastEnders, but I'm Alfie Moon. And I've taken Kat Slater back for the last time, and she's cheated on me again. I ain't doing it anymore. It's done. It's over. I got nothing left, bruv. I've got nothing left for the way this club has treated us, bruv.
If they were to say, okay, cool, at the beginning of August when the window started, we're not getting Sancho, cool. We're going to pay above the price for Upamecano because he is a generational talent, yeah? We're going to go get Alex Telles in. We're going to go get Cavani in. We're not going to get a CDM because I believe the CDM that the club want isn't currently available. We would have been cool with that. That shows planning. The fact that they were scrabbling and looking for quick minute last fix, and then you in the last day of the transfer window, and then you want to spin it off as if you've done some tactical or a masterclass. We're not stupid here, but then again we are, because everyone's going to forget about it in a couple of weeks. Yeah, everyone's going to go back to blaming Ollie, even though he's not the issue. And we're going to go back to blaming the players, even though they're not the issue, because they've clearly proved to us they are not good enough. You know what? So it's just, I don't know what this club is scary for this club, to be honest. Unless Woodward goes, the only way I see this club improving this year is if Ollie gets rid of his backroom stuff, because that's the only way we can come to a middle ground. We can get good football. And that could divert our attention from the bad window we have, because Telles is going to come back into the squad and he's going to have Mike Phelan, this clown, and Kieran McKenna, who's never coached in a European team before, who's never even coaching European football. He's going to have him telling him what to do,
bruv. And it
doesn't work like that.
And you're absolutely right. And this is again, this is how I look at things. Right, there's a pecking order to this. Our coaches, and I love Michael Carrick and Kenneth. It isn't working to the level and degree that we want it to. So then I look at Ollie and say, well, you're the manager. So when I've run teams of people, if my staff are not good enough, my job is to either make them better or to move them on. Now, it's a lot easier in the football world to move people on because of the way the contracting is done. It isn't like a normal employed job. So for me, it's a case of, listen, I'm going to pay your contract up. We're going to say goodbye. Of course, before that, you find better coaches. Now, if Ollie isn't willing to do that, that's when I then look at Wood. And this is why people don't understand. I don't focus on Ollie for doing this. I focus on the board, because
Can I cut you off there?
Go on, mate. Go on.
So, like I love football because of how tactical it is. I love football because I look at it as like chess. I like to see how the managers set up, what tactics they use, what like who they target to, I don't know, to press, and all that nonsense. Yeah, me personally, if I'm in Manchester United job, you look at the players that you have, the players that you have the wingers that can't go forward. You what's it called? You make them sit next to the CDM. You make them sit next to one CDM, Matic. You play out from the back there. You get Pogba and Van der Beek. I have to forget Pogba because he don't run. I'm done with him, even though I'm a biggest fan. You get Van der Beek and Bruno, as eights. These men don't know what passing lanes is. If they don't move, you're not going to create the space for you to pass the ball in. That's why we look so vivid. And Ollie, you don't need a level 3 in coaching to realize that. You know what I mean? Like, I can do that. I coach Sunday league football. You don't need these things. It's Ollie's ineptitude. He needs to go up and be like, yo, you guys, I love you. I know you're my family, but I need to go to Germany and get them man there over there with their gegenpressing. You know what I mean?
I couldn't agree with you more, mate. And as I'm saying, this is why my focus is the board, because it's like any structure at any level. You need your coach. Man United's point of view is you need your coaching staff to coach the team better and have better tactics. Ollie's a manager, so he isn't doing the coaching sessions as such. So you need your coaches to do a better job. If they're not doing a better job, you look at the manager, i.e. Ollie, to improve them or replace them. It's as simple as that. Now, so people focus on it. Go, see, Ollie this, Ollie that. It's his fault. Yeah, maybe it is at that level, but it goes deeper than that. I then look at the board to say, why are you allowing this to happen? It isn't a case, unless you're seeing something we're not, which nobody else is. You've then got to put the pressure on Ollie to say, we need better football, fix up. And this is how it works. You put that pressure on Ollie to say, listen, we don't want to sack you. We don't want to move you on, but the football has to get better. You know, why have your fullbacks suddenly become very, very narrow and allowing, you know, enough room to park a jumbo jet in through the flanks? Why has it happened? That needs to be resolved because the world and his dog can see there's a problem there. Or at least explain to us why you're doing it. Maybe not publicly, but internally. I then look at the board to say, you're accountable for Ollie's actions as the board, and you're allowing these things to continue and to go on and to stagnate and to go stale. And that's why I always look at the board. Everything comes back to, it doesn't matter how good or how bad people think Ollie is. Ollie's only in that position because the board allow him to be in that position. So they're always going to be my focus. If Ollie isn't good enough, great. I respect your opinion on that. But your focus should be on the people that are allowing him to continue operating in that role and doing what he's doing. But, bro, an amazing call. Really appreciate you coming on and having your say, mate. Thank you, my bro. Real good stuff. Enjoy your day, my brother. Take care, my man. Thank you. Call the show now. Skype lines are open. Tyrone here with a super chat says, as a rival, you love to see it. I would have been gutted if you got Sancho. Of course you would, mate. Of course you would. But our board have screwed us big time on this. Big time. I can't even... It's beyond screwed, man. They've absolutely done us. Holly Jenkins here says, I feel sorry for Ollie. He needs more support from the club. And to leak that they have made contact with Poch is a disgrace. It's just sad, a sad reality. Listen, Holly Jenkins, that they will almost certainly look to scapegoat Ollie now on this, make him the kind of, you know, keep their jobs, keep everybody from turning on them. We've got man like Pav on the show. What you saying, Pav?
Oh man, I'm in like your position, mate. I'm angry. I'm just drained out. This club has literally ruined all of us. Like we said yesterday, like I rang yesterday morning at the start of deadline, and we talked about needing a centre back. Obviously, Jadon Sancho. I even said last week, I said as every day goes past, I don't see it happening. What I don't understand is you've just paid 40 million euros for a kid who hasn't played more than 20 minutes or so of first team football, right? What the hell is this club doing? Like, I understand you want to bring in players for the future, but what are you doing for the now? What are you doing for the team,
bro?
Now, when they need extra players to go to the next level, you've done nothing. This club has done nothing.
Yes. And yes. And do you know what, Pav? Do you know the worst thing about, like I've said, it's the lack of planning. If we would have pulled out of Sancho 8-9 weeks ago and briefed the media to that effect and just said, been honest, we do not think he is worth that amount of money. We're going to look elsewhere. We would have been disappointed. If we then would have said, look, we're signing these 3 or 4 youngsters. We're going to get some experience in Cavani. We're going to bring in a top left back. If we'd have done those things, but in a timely manner, by the way, and never give the No.7 shirt to Cavani straight away, I think we could have accepted that. We have yesterday, some of the young players that we have signed are highly, highly talented. There is no doubt about it. Some of the 17, 18, 19-year-olds that we have signed are absolutely brilliant. You know, they really are. Traore, there's so many out there. The Fernandez and Quadro, the 2 fullbacks as examples. There's some really good players. McNeil, that's great business. But tell us that's our approach. This wishy-washy approach is what's led to the anger, because what it shows us is there's no real plan at board level, or whatever they were planning, they've ripped it up and gone, actually, we're going to go in another new direction. And that was my fear all along, that we rip up the foundations that we were building and we go in another brand new direction We chuck another manager under the bus. We sack Ollie in a few weeks because we've got a really tough run coming up. And if we don't win the vast majority of those games, we will sack him. And then we have Poch come in and we feel, oh, it's great. Poch is here. We're happy. It's amazing. Oh, it's great. Poch is here. He's going to save us. And in 18 months' time, we're back here again because the board changed direction. The board threw him under the bus. The same angry fans are attacking the manager. And it's the cycle. It's the cycle.
Yeah, that's the thing, because like it's a history's repeating itself. They did the same to Jose when he got us into the Champions League, had a bad run of games, sacked. Now, if they do the same to Ollie, what is the point of buying all these youngsters? Because what are you going to do in case they don't bring in Poch? If you bring in another manager in, he might not want to use none of these youth players that you're trying to develop. He could be another player who wants ready-made players. I don't understand what direction.
Absolutely. Pav, see, that's the point, bruv. That's the point. It's why I don't trust these fools, man. And I'm trying to say calm now, even though I'm fuming this morning. That's my point. Signing all these youngsters.
I don't know what's going on.
I look at signing all these youngsters and I'm like, oh, that's great. But where? But where is the planning? What is the approach? Because it feels like the way that the Bulls behave this summer is in the completely opposite direction for what Ollie and his actual squad and coaches were expecting and wanted. That creates disharmony. That's why we're getting battered on the field of play, and it creates a problem. And then Poch comes in, and what if Poch is like, yeah, do you know what? By the way, I don't like Tellers. Van der Beek ain't my guy. By the way, Martial FC, he ain't my guy neither. I need you guys to go and break the bank for Harry Kane. Oh, yeah, we just signed McNeil, and we signed Pasticci, we've signed Tiore, and we've signed a couple of young fullbacks as well. Yeah, I know who those lads are. They're not for me. Can you go? Yeah, this is what happened before. We started buying players under, I can't even get into it. It makes me so angry. Man like Mo, what you saying, bruv?
You're right, man.
No, I'm not, but go for it. Hang on, but before you go further, please hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen, right now. 4,000 people tuning in this morning. Smash the like button, please, right now. Let's push this past 1,000 likes. Let's get this video trending on socials. Hit the like button now. Hit the like button if you're angry or you're laughing at Manchester United this morning. That's what you got to do. Hit the damn like button for those reasons. Man like Mo, without swearing, tell me what's on your mind.
Well, I would swear if you ever let me, but I'm fuming, man. Listen, I'll be honest, bro. You see Ed Woodward, yeah? When the camera gets pointed at him, he looks like a nonce, bro. That's what he is, bro. I'm honest. I'm literally, I'm not swearing, but that is what he is. Ed Woodward is a nonce. That's what he is, bro. He's a, you know what? I'm not going to get me started on that guy, man. This is what he does, bro. Yeah, panic buys. Same, he didn't learn from Falcao, did he? Panic buy, Cavani. Do you know he said to Ollie that he's going to support him, yeah? Fully, yeah? He didn't support him fully. This is what lies. And you know what? Good luck to Pochettino, because I heard he's the next manager when Ollie gets sacked, yeah? He's going to get sacked 18 months down the line or a year down the line. Same shit. Just people never learn. Like, I'm not going to mention his name.
110%, bro. It's that they never learn. It's the same panic buying. Boys, I appreciate you all coming on and having your say this morning. Listen, as I say, I'm fuming. Everything that's gone on at Manchester United, it's a total joke this summer. And you know it's a joke because you know it's a joke, and you can